Hello, everybody. Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. It is January 7th, 2020, and I am here with the update for week 33 of my journey to Wonderland using carnivore and alternate day fasting. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how things went here on Big Anklevich on health. Okay, as you might remember, the last time around, it was a difficult time around for me. I had a lot of stress, a lot of setbacks, and things were just finally starting to look up after a 3-week downward trend. So how did that go? Okay, it is Tuesday, New Year's Eve, and I've had a bit of trouble today, as you might expect, because it's one of those holiday days where lots of stuff is available. This morning I got up and I had breakfast. I had like some ham. We were out of eggs, so I didn't have any eggs. I had ham. I had a little bit of bacon. We only had like 4 pieces of bacon left. Other people have been here, so more people are eating bacon than usual. I finished off breakfast by eating some of the brisket that we have left over from, it's been a little while. So that's what I had for breakfast, and I went the whole day being just fine for the most part. We went out shopping, got some stuff for New Year's Eve to, celebrate. And I think I had a few, samples at Costco, stuff like that. But eventually I think I came home and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to have some of that cheesecake stuff. I want something, and so I made one of those cheesecake things. That was the bad. I need to never, ever do that again, because it just opens the door. Because after that, I kept looking at all the treats that were out for everybody else, and I would take a bite of it, and I would chew on it and taste it, chewing on it, and then I would spit it out into the garbage can. And eventually, we finally got around to having dinner. My wife made steak shish kebabs. For me, she didn't bother to shish kebab. She just took all the pieces and fried them up in some butter on the cast iron skillet for me. And I ate those. But there were still the treats out. And eventually, I wound up eating something. And not just chewing it up, but swallowing it. So I'm gonna have to fight my way back to normal again. I gotta stop this crap. It's hard to be addicted, Okay, it is Wednesday, New Year's Day, and I totally blew it today. Today was the day that I totally blew it. I had gotten myself back on track, and then I don't know what my deal was today. I guess, I opened the door to sugar over the Christmas season, a couple of weeks there. And the addiction has its claws in me. I was supposed to be fasting today, and I was fine for a while. But we went out shopping, we had to get some stuff, and then while we were out, we're like, oh yeah, this place is open, let's check out what's here, let's check out, we're looking at like after Christmas sales and crap like that, and I went to a bunch of places, and I saw all this candy, and it was cheap too, it was super marked down, and I don't know what my deal was, but I couldn't resist, and all of a sudden I bought Reese's peanut butter cups. They were real cheap, so there's that. So I killed myself cheaply, yay, but I blew it, and I ate these, and I ate so much that I felt just sick to my stomach, and then I went home and had digestive issues immediately thereafter, and oh my gosh, I ate a bunch of bad stuff after that. I kind of went through the whole freaking house looking for anything that there was that I could cheat with. I figured I might as well go whole hog. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to have to start over again. I'll be eating good carnivore food. I'll start with bacon and eggs in the morning and then eat something good in the afternoon, and then I'll start a fast, and hopefully it'll be a little easier because I'll be at work and I won't really have the option to have anything else. So let's hope that that'll work out. It worked okay for me on Monday when I had to fast then, and so I'll be fasting through all of Friday, and we'll see if I can get myself back on track to stay this time. I guess it's a lifetime of sugar addiction that I'm dealing with, so I shouldn't be so surprised when it comes back with a vengeance like this. But it's such a shame when I had gotten myself in such a good place. At the very least, I know in my mind what I'm supposed to do, and I will always have that up there, and I will be able to go back to it every time, even if I screw up. So there's that. But I mean, I'm type 2 diabetic. I don't know what my blood sugar is like, but it's probably really bad if I'm eating all this sugar. I got to stop. I can't let it get out of control. I can't let it go on for long, because who knows what's going to happen. I have this little black speck in my vision that floats around and bugs me sometimes. It looks like a gnat. Sometimes I'll see it. And that happened because I ate too much sugar. That happened after I'd started keto, and I lost a bunch of weight and got my blood sugar under control, and then I fell off the wagon and went for several months being really bad, and I did that to my vision because I wasn't taking medicine, I wasn't doing anything, I was just acting like I didn't have a problem. So I need to make sure that I don't do that. So I got to get under control and get under control soon. And that's what I'm trying to do. See how it goes. Gonna go well. It'll go well. I'm gonna win. Okay, it is Thursday, and I think I'm getting myself back on track today. We'll have to see how it goes. I managed to get up this morning and try again, starting over with the, feed yourself good, and then you can fast good, and hopefully you can get back going to the way you should. So I got up, I had myself a pound of bacon, a bunch of eggs, had that for breakfast. Later on in the day, I had the rest of the brisket that was still left over from, I don't know, it was like a week and a couple of days ago. And that was good. And now I'm fasting. And hopefully I'll manage to do it. Last fast, I freaked out and ate a bunch of candy. So let's see if I can avoid that this time around. I think I can. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it is Friday and I'm fasting. I'm making it. It's kind of hard because I'm not used to it anymore. I'm hungry and I'm really cold. I feel like I should go and run up and down the stairs, but I don't really want to. It's frustrating to try and get back to it, to try and get back in the groove. I totally lost it. There's a Denny's right over there, and I can totally smell the place. It smells good. I'm hungry. I want to go and eat there or something, but I obviously cannot. So I'm going to stick to it, and I'll eat tomorrow, and I'm going to eat the right stuff tomorrow. No more screwing up. Okay, it is Saturday, and I finished my fast up this morning by having, you guessed it, some bacon and eggs. That tided me over for a good long time. Later in the day, I had to go out and sell caramel popcorn for the Cub Scouts with my son. We spent several hours out doing that. And then when I got back, I pulled out these steak bits here. My wife had made steak shish kebabs on New Year's Eve. I slid them down off of the skewers and just removed the steak and tossed out all the veggies. And I ate the steak, and then when I was done, I was still hungry. So I took some roast that my wife had cooked up a couple of days ago, and I had that, and that was pretty darn tasty. We got the roast for, such a good price. ton, I swear, a ton of meat. The thing was just gigantic and it was heavy, and it was pretty cheap, so I always like that. So yeah, that's what I had today, and then the rest of the night was not too bad. Okay, it was Sunday, and this morning I got up, and it was my daughter's birthday, so we had a special breakfast. Mine turned out to be pretty much the same as usual, although I didn't have any bacon this time. Instead, we had sausages, because that's what my daughter wanted for breakfast. She had, I don't know, sausages and hash browns and eggs that had like onions and stuff mixed into them. I had sausages and regular old eggs that had salt in them. And that was pretty good. I think I did have a little bit of roast as well, because I was afraid there wouldn't be enough sausages. I only had a tiny bit though, because there turned out to be plenty of sausages, and all the kids took their sausages and then didn't eat them all, and then gave them back to me, and so I ate what was left over. And so that was what I had for breakfast. Later on, we went to the beach and stuff like that for her birthday, and then we came back, and my wife made Philly cheesesteaks for dinner, because that's what my daughter decided that she wanted as her special birthday meal. My wife left the green peppers and stuff out of mine, and I had just steak. It was basically the same as the stuff that I ate yesterday that was on the shish kebabs, pretty much. But there was more of it. So I ate all the steak that you see here, and that was pretty good. I have to admit that I did do some naughtiness, which I probably shouldn't have done. First of all, there was cheese, and I ate a little bit of it. I didn't eat a ton of it, but I ate it. I ate enough for it to be an issue, which I shouldn't have done. I'm sure that's going to slow me down. I know that it slows me down, and yet I still do it. Also, on the cake, we put like this whipped cream topping, icing, whatever you want to call it, onto it. So I had to whip the cream. So I poured the cream into the thing, and I started the food processor going, and then I snitched some of that cream. At first, it was unsweetened cream. It was just cream that had been whipped into whipped cream, but it wasn't sugary at all. And so I had some of that, and then my wife put the sugar in, and I still had some of it. Probably shouldn't have. That was pretty bad. I don't know how much sugar I got out of that, but it was enough that I'm sure it's a problem. But on the bright side, Christmas and New Year's and my daughter's birthday is over. I don't know, there won't be another birthday in the family until the start of February, so I got a few weeks without anything likely to tempt me. And my wife and my daughter said they were going to start doing keto starting tomorrow, so we'll see. Maybe that'll make things much easier on me. I won't have to freaking constantly be looking at sweets and going, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want any. Okay, I do. Anyways, we shall see how that goes. But I've started my fast, and I'll be fasting on through tomorrow until Tuesday morning. Then I'll weigh in and see where I'm at. I know it's not good, but... Okay, it is Monday, and I was good all day today. How about that? Fasting today, and I fasted, and I didn't give in to any cravings. I did have them, I'll have to say, because I got to work, and they had some kind of candy-looking something out for people to have if they wanted it. And I looked at that and thought, that looks good. And I remember even my mouth watering, just immediately watering when I saw it. But I didn't give in and eat it. So that's a positive. I guess I'm on my way back to where I should be. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Tomorrow I'll weigh in, and it's not going to be anywhere near where I want to be. Probably be about the same as the end of last week. But I'm... turning a corner, hopefully. Okay, so the week was not great. It was not horrible. Could have been worse. Could have been better. I know that after New Year's Day, my weight had gone up significantly. And then when I pulled things together and fasted a little bit, it came back down to what it had been more or less before. And for the most part, I stuck it out and was able to take care of myself the other 2 fast days of that week. Then it was time to weigh in. Should we see how I weighed in? Should we take a look at what happened after cheating and trying to claw my way back? Yeah, I guess we better. Okay, so 235.1, that's not great, but it's not terrible. That's 1.7 pounds less than I weighed in last week, so that's good. I'm still a significant amount more than I was a few weeks ago before I had my big fall on my face moment. And I think that, if I can keep this up, if I can keep myself on track, I should be able to get back there relatively soon. I think I said this last week. I think the majority of the weight that I gained when I cheated, it's just water. And by being good long enough, I'll signify to my body and say, hey, you don't need to keep this water. And a lot of that water will go. Now, I have also heard that when you eat a lot of sugar combined with a lot of fat, that's the worst recipe ever for putting weight on. That's what they call the hibernation type foods. The bears will go out before they hibernate and they'll eat all this stuff that it becomes readily available in the fall. The bears are eating all this high carbohydrate, high fat foods, puts on tons of fat, and then they live off that fat all winter long. And that's what I was doing. And when I was cheating, I was eating high fat, high carbohydrate. Part of it was my own fault because I continued to try and eat. I tried to go back and be like, okay, now I'm going to eat carnivore. And I would eat, fatty meats. But then I would follow that up with some sugar, which just, made things worse rather than made things better. And so I probably did put on a fair amount of new fat that I'm going to have to lose. That's frustrating, I guess. My numbers have gotten significantly worse than they used to. I'm back down to 61.9 total pounds lost. It was 75 not too long ago. Got a long ways to make up. My percentage has fallen back down to 20.84% lost. So there's that. I need to get that back up. I do feel like I'm turning the corner, like I'm finally getting back into the rhythm and I'm able to turn down the temptations. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully I can continue doing that from here on out, and I won't have another New Year's Day / my daughter's birthday to come. I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I really want to get back on track and get back to it. I'm starting to feel, some of the issues. I'm starting to feel the inflammation creep back in, getting the aches and the pains that I had stopped getting when I was eating right and treating myself right and not filling myself with sugar, carbohydrates, lectins, oxalates, all those things that carnivore helps you to avoid, gets you into a place of health. I want to get back to that place and I need to do it. So I am going to. My goal for next week was originally planned to be 208. Now, obviously, there's no way that I'm going to lose that much weight in that short of a time. So I guess I'll make my goal 234. And we'll see how that goes. Takes me back weeks and weeks. But maybe I can get to it and get going again. Hopefully I can beat it. We shall see. But I'll be back again next week and we can talk about it here on Big Anklevich on health.